Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm testing out some TikTok makeup products, and these are ones that have gone viral all over TikTok. I have 4 different products I'm going to be testing out today, and I've seen these all over it and people have been raving about them, saying how good they are, and I decided I was going to go ahead and put them to the test. So if you're new to my channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, and also make sure you hit the bell icon just so you're notified every time I upload a new video. So in this video I do have a primer, I have 2 lip products and also a mascara, and you guys can probably tell what these are if you do watch TikTok a lot, because they have been pretty much everywhere. They've been viral, and I've also seen that other YouTubers have also done these types of videos as well. I haven't seen their videos because I want to have this as a full first impression on how these are and if they actually work for me. So if you want to see me test out these makeup products, then just keep watching. So the first product that I'm testing out is a primer, and this is the NYX Marshmallow Primer, and this one I got an 8ml one, so this one's a trial size. You can get the full size, which is 30, and I think the full size retails £15. This one retails for £8. I did find it quite hard to try and find this because it was pretty much sold out everywhere that it was. I managed to get it on ASOS, and I've seen this all over TikTok. I've also seen this all over YouTube. I haven't seen any reviews on YouTube just because I wanted to see if it actually worked for my skin. So on the website it says that it's a 10-in-1 smoothing super primer infused with smoothing marshmallow root extract. It's a soft whipped texture. The primer dries down totally transparent to work on all skin tones, which I think is great. And the 10 makeup extending benefits, it says that it smooths, softens, extends makeup wear for 16 hours, which I'm definitely going to put it to the test because I do have very oily skin, and a lot of primers don't tend to work my skin and tends to make my oils come through. It also says that it hydrates, soothes, evens tone, minimises texture, blurs lines, add a soft focus finish and keeps makeup fresh, and it's also 100% vegan formula and no silicones. I'm definitely going to put it to the test on my pores because I do have quite large pores all around here, right by my nose. My pores are massive, and it comes out in a white formula, so I'm glad that it doesn't have silicones because sometimes they can irritate sensitive skin. It smells amazing. It literally smells like a flump. If you guys have had a flump, this is what it smells like. So I'm going to zoom you in while I'm applying this just so you can see if it makes any difference to the other side of my face that doesn't have any primer on. So this is what my skin looks like naturally. You can see that I do have a lot of redness, especially on my nose, and I do have some very large pores around here and on my nose. I have done all my skincare. I've put my moisturiser and my SPF on as well. So it does say on the website to apply a dime-sized amount to clean face with fingers or a brush before applying foundation, and it also recommends using the blender sponge. I don't have that. I just have a normal makeup sponge, so I'm not going to do that. But this feels so weird. It's like a very creamy mousse texture. It's so strange. It's literally like, you know, when you have whipped cream, it feels like that. So it doesn't say a specific way to apply it, but I'm going to apply it to this side first, and we'll see if it blurs anything or if it evens out my skin tone. Hopefully it does even it out because, like I said, I have a lot of redness. So honestly, this smells so good. So I'm hoping that's not going to irritate my skin, because things that do have a strong scent to them do tend to irritate. So hopefully this is going to be alright, because it does say that it soothes as well. In all honesty, I'm looking at both sides of my skin and it doesn't really seem like it's done a lot. My pores are still quite big. Hasn't really minimised them. Fine lines on my head do look a little bit better on this side, and then my laughter line looks a little bit better on this side, but it hasn't really done a lot. My skin tone hasn't really changed. It hasn't really evened out the skin tone on me, so I don't know. I don't feel like it's really done anything at the moment. So this is what the side with the primer looks like, and then this has no primer, so I don't know if I can really see a massive difference. I mean, my skin does feel really nice, I will give it that. It feels really soft and really nice, and this side feels a little bit rougher, but I mean, it hasn't really done a lot. But yeah, I'll apply it to the other side. So it does actually make my skin feel really nice. It does feel hydrating. It doesn't feel like it's matte, and I sort of wish it felt a little bit more matte, but to be honest, it didn't say that it mattifies the skin. Does feel nice, so I'm going to put on my foundation and we'll see how my foundation goes on top of it and see if it works out well or if it slides around everywhere. So yeah, we'll test out that. So the foundation I'm using is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and this is what I use pretty much all the time, and the shade that I'm in is 1N1, which is my natural shade. I don't know if you can see, but it's really making my foundation look so cakey on my head and then also on my nose. I don't ever have an issue with this foundation. It tends to go on really well with all of my primers that I use, but it's just looking so cakey. I haven't changed anything. My makeup sponge is exactly the same as what I usually use. I always use that foundation as well, and it's looking really cakey. It's not blending, so I feel like it's definitely the primer, because like I said, I don't ever have an issue with using any primers with this foundation, and it never tends to look cakey. So yeah, not really the biggest fan. You can see on there, it's just looking cakey. Then on the nose as well, it's not covering anything on the nose. And then around here it's looking red. If anything, it actually makes my skin look very, very red underneath, and I'm hoping that it's not irritating, because it does say that it's soothing, so hopefully it's not irritating my sensitive skin. But at the moment I'm sort of thinking that I might possibly be having a little bit of a reaction to it, so hopefully I'm not, and my skin doesn't break out like crazy with it. So I don't feel like I can do any more to the foundation. I feel like if I do more to it, then it is going to look even more cakey, so I'm not going to apply any more products. I'm going to see if I can sort of work it out off camera. So I'm going to go ahead and put some more makeup on, then I'm going to come back and we're going to test out the mascara and see how it goes. So I've finished off a little bit more of my makeup, and I'm going to go ahead and test out the mascara next. And this is going to be no surprise to you guys if you have been watching TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. This has been all over those places, and this is the Maybelline Sky High mascara, and this has been everywhere and everybody has been raving about it. They've been saying how good it is and that it beats out all of the high-end mascaras, and that it is pretty much the best mascara at the moment. I have been really intrigued in this for quite a while. I've been wondering whether to do a full first impression just on the mascara or putting it in this video, but as soon as I saw it all over TikTok, I was like, I need to put this in the video and we'll test it out and see how it goes. So it retails for £9.99, and this honestly was the hardest product I've been trying to track down for a long time, because every single place it was sold out. Boots was sold out, ASOS was sold out, Beauty Bay it was sold out. I managed to find it on Superdrug, and then literally an hour after I put my order in, it was only on Click and Collect, and this was just so hard for me to try and find. So on the website it says that it delivers full volume and a limitless length look. It has exclusive Flex Tower mascara brush that bends to volumize and extend every single lash from root to tip. It's a washable mascara. It's infused with bamboo extract and fibres for long full lash that never gets weighed down. It's allergy tested, suitable for sensitive eyes and contact lens wearers, and removes easily, which is great because I don't like mascaras that it takes ages for you to get it off. I'm hoping that it's not going to smudge and it's not going to fall down on my face during the day. It also doesn't say if it's buildable or how to apply it, so I'm pretty much just going to do both ways I usually do. Hopefully it doesn't cake or flake. This doesn't say anything about that. It just says that it gives full volume and limitless length, so I'm excited to see how it goes. So I'm going to zoom in and we're going to see how it applies. So I've zoomed in just so you can see what my eyelashes look like naturally. I haven't done any liquid liner or anything like that. I've just tightened my waterline at the top, but this is what they look like. They're not super long or thick or anything like that. And with the wand, it looks very different to any mascara that I've seen recently. So it is very thick at the bottom and then very thin at the top, so it sort of goes a little bit into a point, and then you have bristles all the way around as well. So it looks very different. It sort of looks a little bit like an alligator head, so I'm hoping that this is going to get to every single lash. Like I said, there's not really a lot of claims that it has on the website. There's not really a lot of promises. All I know is that it's meant to make my eyelashes look super long, and it's also good for sensitive eyes, so we will see how it goes. I'm just going to apply it to this side just so we can see the difference between both of the eyes. So I'm going to start off by doing the zigzag motion, which is what I do with all of my mascaras first, just to see if it can separate the lashes. It's so weird because this is very flexible. It's such a flexible one that I'm finding it quite hard to do the zigzag motion. So I'm just going to do the rolling motion. And this is one coat of the mascara and my eyelashes look really amazing. I'm so happy with how long they look. I didn't think that they could look this long, but it just looks so good. Like, I'm really, really happy with it. The only thing is I'm really weird with the brush because it flexes. It like flexes up and down, so I'm quite worried about maybe it's bringing up a bit too much, so I'm being so careful with it. So in the second coat, I'm going to try not be as careful. So I'm going to go ahead and do the second coat and we'll see what it looks like. And this is 2 coats of the mascara and I am amazed. I feel like it looks so good. Just look at the difference between both my eyes. Like this one, you can't really see my eyelashes. This one is so long. I'm so impressed with it. I feel like it's really, really good. Like I said, it is quite hard with the flexible one to try and get used to it, but I feel like that I have started to get used to it with the second coat. But I'm going to apply it to the bottom lashes just to see how it goes. I'm not going to do any more than 2 coats. I usually do 3 coats with all my first impressions, but I just feel like that this is starting to look a little bit clumpy. As you can see, it's starting to clump a little bit, and I don't really want to do another coat because I just feel like it looks really good, and I don't feel like that I can get any more volume with it. So yeah, we'll see how it goes on the bottom lashes. And the bottom lashes were so easy to do, very quick, very easy. They are separated as well. They look very long, and I'm so impressed with it. So I'm going to go ahead, do the second eye, then we're going to come back and test out the rest of the products. The mascara is all done. I've done 2 coats on both the eyes, and I am loving the way that my eyelashes look. They look so long, and I'm so impressed with how this looks at the moment. Obviously, I will have to see how it goes throughout the rest of the day to see if it does smudge or anything like that, but 2 coats looks amazing, and I'm so impressed with it. So the next things that I have are lip products. So I do have 2, and I'm actually going to be testing out both of them anyway in this video. I was debating whether to try one in this video and one in another video, but I thought, why not go ahead and test them both in the same video. So the next product that I have is the Barry M That's Well XXL Extreme Lip Plumper, and I saw quite a few videos of this, and there was this one girl in particular, and she had it on her lips, and she did a before and after, and it looked like she had lip fillers, and she was saying that it was this, and she was showing that it was this. Now I am very dubious of it because I don't feel like a lip plumper can do it that well, and I've tried out quite a few before. Some of them do work and they do make your lips look a little bit bigger, but hers just looked massive. So we'll see if this actually does do the same thing. And on the website it says fuller, plumper, smoother. That's Well plumping lip gloss gives the lips a beautifully volumized enhancement, stimulating the skin's natural collagen. Softer toned lips are just a sweep away. Use daily for best results, and it's now XXL, which apparently gives you an extra tingling sensation. If you have tried them out before, then you'll know that some of them can tingle a little bit and some of them can tingle a lot. So because this does say that it's XXL, I'm assuming that it's gonna sting like crazy, and not really excited about that. So I'm going to test this out before I test out the next product, just because I want to see if this actually does work, if it does sting, and if it does plump up the lips. It's also vegan, cruelty free, manufactured in Britain, sustainable packaging, 100% recyclable, and charity and wildlife partnerships as well. And that's something that I really like with Barry M, because there are quite a few things that they do with their cosmetics, and a lot of brands don't tend to do that, so I feel like that they are very ahead of the time. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. It doesn't say how long you need to keep it on for and how much it tingles. It just says that it tingles, and I am going to do a before and after as well, so I have zoomed in so you can see what my lips look like naturally. And I do apologise because they are pretty dry at the moment. It is winter and it is freezing cold here. It's like -8 degrees. I've just applied it and it really is stinging right now. It's so strong. It feels stronger than a normal lip plumper. It actually reminds me of the lip plumper that I tried out years ago. I can't remember what it was called, but that pretty much just stung my lips and did nothing. So I'm hoping that it is going to do something, because it really does sting. I don't know if it's because I have dry lips, but all along here it is like, it's really bad. And the smell is really nice. It's nice and pleasant. It smells like fruits, a bit like strawberries, and a lot of lip plumpers have like a mint or cinnamon smell to it, but this one doesn't. I have looked at the ingredients. It has fruit extract. It also has ginger in there as well, so that's probably why it's stinging. Maybe the ginger is doing something in there, but yeah, it hurts. It feels quite unpleasant at the moment. I'm hoping that it is going to do something, and I'm hoping that it does calm down. So it doesn't say how long to wait for until you see results, so I'm going to keep it on for 5 minutes, come back and we'll do a before and after and see if there's any difference to how my lips looked before I applied it. It's actually been 15 minutes since I applied this, and only now is the tingling starting to subside. It was so painful. Like, it was all around here and at the bottom, and it felt like that my lips were constantly like this. I literally couldn't feel any difference, and even when my lips were normal, just like looking normal, it just felt really weird. So yeah, it's just starting to subside now. I did take a little bit of video after 5 minutes just so I can see if it did anything compared to the before, or if it needed a little bit longer, and it did look like that it didn't really do anything after the 5 minutes. All that happened was that my lips were really, really stinging, and I feel like it's done a little bit. I have just done a before and after, and I feel like it has done a little bit to my lips. They do look a little bit more plump, but to be honest, it's not really a lot, and for the pain that I was in, I don't really know if it's worth it. I mean, I do like all the things that Barry M stands for, and I like all the things they do. However, I don't really feel like this is an XXL plumper. I just feel like it's XXL for the stinging. It works, but it just didn't do as much as I thought it would. So I'm just going to sort of take this off now because I don't want it on anymore. I'm going to go ahead and use other lip products. So I'm just going to take this off. I mean, my lips do feel hydrated. They do feel soft. They do feel hydrated, but they still sting. They're bright red, like with all lip plumpers, but I mean, like, at least I've got a nice colour to my lips, so that's something. So the last product that I'm testing out is also a lip product, and this is the NYX Shineloud lip colour, and this is the shade that I went for. It's called Born to Hustle. It looked like it was going to be the best one for me, so you do get the colour on this side, and you also get a gloss on the other side, and this really reminds me of the Chanel lip duos that I have and that I love. So this is what they look like side by side. So you have the lip colour on one side, and you have the clear gloss on the other side, and I do really like these. These are my go-to, and I feel like that this is hopefully going to be the same formula as this one, just because I feel like this one works so well. So on the website it did say that this was more of a bubblegum pink, and it looks like a pinky nude to me, but this is the shade that I always go for, a pinky nude. If I don't know what lip colour or eye colour that I want to do, I'll always go for a pinky nude lip. This again was so hard for me to get my hands on because most of the shades were all sold out. I think there was probably about 3 or 4 shades that were available on the Boots website and then also on Superdrug, but it was only the ones that I knew that I wasn't going to use, so I felt like there wasn't really much point in me purchasing something if I wasn't really going to get my use out of it, because like I said, this is a shade that I always go to, so if I do like this lip colour, then this will be something that I'll be using quite a lot. It does retail for £11, so also 24 shades as well. It does say on the website that it's 16-hour Loud Shine lip colour with up to 16-hour no transfer wear. It's lightweight, comfy on the lips, vegan formula, one swipe loud colour with an ultra glossy non-sticky shine finish. Simply pair the high pigment base coat infused with lip loving oils with an ultra reflective and non-sticky top coat. So the top coat is meant to be non-sticky, so that is something that I am going to be looking for. It also says that it's no budge, no bleed, no fade. You can kiss, drink, hair flip, even wear it under your mask. So I really like that aspect that it says that you can wear it under the mask, because these Chanel ones do last that long. They last underneath my mask, which is great. It also says that it's infused with macadamia seed oil, coriander fruit oil, jojoba seed oil, apricot kernel oil, passion fruit seed oil, and vitamin E derivative as well. So there's a lot of oils in here, so it seems like that it's meant to make your lips really nice and hydrated. And this has a doe foot applicator, so it is very, very big. It reminds me of the Maybelline Superstay Matte Inks that has pretty much exactly the same applicator, and we'll see how pigmented it is. So that's really pigmented. That is one swipe. I really like the colour of it. I feel like it's the perfect shade for me. It's the perfect pinky nude for my skin tone, and it did go on like vinyl, but now it's starting to dry down like it's matte. The website recommends to apply the high pigment base coat and let it dry for around 90 seconds before applying step 2. So I'm going to set my timer for 90 seconds. And then we'll apply the top coat. The 90 seconds is up, and now I'm going to go ahead and put the gloss on the top. So the way that my lips are feeling at the moment, it has dried down to fully matte, and you do get a lot of the gloss on the brush, so do bear that in mind because it can go everywhere. I just got a drop that's just gone right on my leg. The gloss is applied and it looks actually really nice on the lips. It looks like a nice vinyl finish. The only thing I do have to say is that I feel like that the undercoat is quite thick, so it has gone in all of the lines on my lips. Now I do have dry lips at the moment, but I'll show you. I don't know if you can see, but it's gone all in the lines in my lips. I do like the fact that you add the gloss on the top. It does give it a really nice finish and a really nice feel, so I feel like that is what has all of the oils in it. And because I did mention that the lipstick can last throughout eating and drinking, I went downstairs and I got myself a drink and also some food. So I got myself a nice big glass of water, and this was from Disneyland Paris when me and Neil went. So obviously I have a Disney one. We have 2 of these. It is pretty much full to the top, and we'll be able to see if any of the lipstick transfers. I also got myself 2 chocolate chip cookies that I made the other day, so I have 2 of them just so we can test it out and see if it does actually last for eating them and then also drinking out the glass. So I'm just going to eat these and drink these on camera, and then we'll see if anything does transfer and if it is actually resistant to eating and drinking. I finished drinking all of the water in the glass, and then I've also finished both the cookies, and I wasn't being gentle with them. I pretty much got my lips everywhere because I just wanted to see if it would actually last. So I wasn't eating the cookies really neatly, I was just going for it, and it looks exactly the same as when I first applied it. It hasn't come off on any areas. It still looks pretty shiny. It doesn't look as shiny as when I first applied it, but that's obviously just because the gloss has come off from drinking and from eating. So yeah, this is what it looks like, and I am really happy and I am impressed with how it's done. The weird thing is the gloss feels more like a lip oil to a gloss, so it feels really nice and hydrating, and I feel like that's where all of the vitamins and oils are in there from the gloss. But yeah, it felt really nice and I'm happy with it. So I'm going to go ahead and give you my review and let you know what I think of all 4 of the products that I've tested out today. Let you know if I like them or if I don't. So the first product that I tested out was the Marshmallow Primer. I don't really like this. I don't feel like that it made my skin look any different. It didn't really cover up any of the lines or any of the pores. It didn't really give me much of a blow-on effect. Now, it did feel very nice and soft. However, my skin was really red, and it was more red than when I used any of my other primers, so I don't know if I'm having a reaction to it. I'm hoping that my skin's not going to break out because the scent is really strong. I do like the scent. It smells absolutely beautiful, but I'm just a little bit worried that that scent is going to make my skin break out a little bit. It didn't really do anything for my skin, like I said. It just sort of made my foundation go on quite blotchy, quite patchy, and a little bit cakey, and I've never had that with the foundation before because I use it all the time. I've used it for years and years, and I've never had that issue with a primer before. I don't really like the primer. I wouldn't really recommend it for my skin type. I do have very oily, sensitive, acne prone skin. I wouldn't recommend it for that because I don't know, I just don't really feel like it did anything. If you guys do like it, I feel like that's really good, but I just couldn't get it to work. I don't really like it, so it's a thumbs down from me for this one. And with the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, I absolutely love this stuff. My eyelashes look so long and I just feel like it looks amazing. I only needed 2 coats and my eyelashes are thick and long, and it just looks so good. It went really well on my upper lashes, really well on my lower lashes. The only thing I do have to say is that with the brush, it is very weird because it's a flexible brush, so just keep that in mind if you do use this, that you might need to have a little bit of getting used to. I couldn't do the zigzag motion with this just because, like I said, the brush was flexible, so it just was a little bit weird, but I did the rolling motion and it just went straight up on my lashes and it worked out really well. Lashes look really nice and curled and I'm really happy with them, so this gets a very big thumbs up from me. And with the Barry M Plumping Lip Gloss, I don't really like this because it stung so much. Like, my lips were so tingly. It felt like pins and needles on my lips. It stung a lot and it didn't really do a lot, to be honest. I did see a little bit of a difference, but for me it didn't really seem like it was really worth sticking with all of the tingling for it because it did hurt quite a lot. I don't know if it's because I do have very dry lips at the moment, but it just stung a lot and it didn't really do a lot. So at the moment I don't recommend it, but I will test it out a little bit more to see if having it on for a little bit longer does work, and it does say to use it daily as well, so then you can get the full impact of it. So I will test it out a little bit more and then I will let you guys know if my opinion changes. But at the moment I don't really see any point in it. It was only £5, so it wasn't super expensive, but Barry M have got other products that are much better than this, so at the moment I wouldn't really recommend it because I don't really like it. And with the last product, it was the NYX Shineloud liquid lip colour, and I actually quite like this. It is very different to the Chanel one with the formula of the liquid lipstick on the bottom. That one, it feels a lot more thicker. It goes into the lines of my lips. It just, I don't know, I'm just not the biggest fan of it, but it does dry pretty quickly, and I do like the fact that you have the gloss on the top as well. The gloss just made it sink in really nicely, so I do like that. I like the colour. I like the fact that they have so many different shades. It's £11, so it is quite expensive for a NYX product and for a drugstore product, but I do like it. I will be testing out a lot more. It did work really well with the eating and the drinking. It didn't come off at all. Also, I feel like it's going to be mass proof as well, but so far I do really like it. The only thing is, inside my glass I do have something in there that looks a little bit like it's come off of the oil from the lip gloss, so that's something that I do have to say, just be a bit careful if you're drinking from a glass. I'd probably say drink through a straw just so you won't get the issue. The gloss is a little bit weird for me because, like I said, it does feel like a thick lip oil, so it is a little bit strange. It's very different from a lip gloss. This at the moment gets a very big thumbs up from me because it feels like it's going to last a very long time and it looks really good and the colour is perfect and it's very pigmented, so I really like it. So those are the 4 viral TikTok makeup products that I tested out today. So as you can see, half of them I liked and half of them I didn't. I just feel like some of them are more hyped up than they actually should be, but the ones that were good were really good. The 2 that I didn't like, I wasn't too sure if they were going to work anyway, so I'm not really that shocked that they didn't work as well as they showed. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If there's any products that you want me to test out, just comment down below to let me know. And if any of these products that didn't work out for me worked out really well for you, then I'm so happy that they worked out for someone, but I just felt like that they didn't work out very well for me. And make sure that you give this video a very big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!